right, let's make a mocktail and talk a little bit about what to do if you feel like the abstinence of alcohol, giving up alcohol, getting sober means that your life is going to be over, that it might even be boring and you are scared like I was. So, hi, my name is Danielle, your Sober Rebel Sis, and I just celebrated 5 years of sobriety on April 1st, but it took me 10 years of failing to get there. All right, so one of the things that held me back for a super long time was the notion that my life was going to be boring and no longer fun. I live for exhilaration. I live for excitement. And alcohol played a role in that front and center. So despite all the evidence that I had, and maybe you can relate, despite all the evidence that I had, the alcohol was no longer serving me. It was actually causing more problems than it was creating anything else. I still couldn't wrap my head around the fact that my life might improve. And alcohol for me was my best friend. It was my warm and fuzzy. It was how I coped. It was how I celebrated. It was how I checked out. It was how I bonded. It was how I connected with people. And so even though I had seen other people get sober, give up alcohol, and saw their lives improve, I still couldn't wrap my head around it. So one of the things that was still front and center for me when I gave it up was this deprivation mindset that things might be boring. So I want to share this mindset shift with you that really helped me in the beginning, because if you're anything like me, you don't like being told what to do, you don't like following rules, you're a rebel at heart, and you don't like being put in a box or caged. And that was one of the things that sobriety made me feel like. It made me feel like it was a forever life sentence, that I couldn't change my mind, and that if I failed again, like I had so many times, that like, what was the point anymore? And so one of the things that I did in early sobriety was I gave myself an out. And what I mean by that is I told myself that if my life didn't improve, I was going to give myself a trial run. And if it didn't improve, then I could just go back to doing what I was doing. I could go back to my life. I could go back to the same people. I could go back to the same habits. And that shift in my mind allowed me to not see things as a life sentence. And it sounds so simple, but it really changed everything for me. And not putting myself in a box did wonders. And what happened was, and I'll share more of this with you, more of some of the things that I did to really like start to find fun and joy and new hobbies in sobriety, is it allowed me, like I said, to have an out. So that one mindset shift, if this doesn't work, I can always go back to my old life. So hopefully that's helpful, but I'm just curious, have you ever thought like, oh shit, my life's over, it's no longer gonna be fun? I'm curious, let me know in the comments.